Hello, hello. How is everyone? Welcome to Make It Monday live with Pamela. I'm Pamela with Passionate About Scrapbooking, your Stampin' Up demonstrator. And it is Monday, December 2nd. We are just coming off of our Thanksgiving week-long holiday here in the United States. So we're getting back into our regular scheduled programming and kicking off the holiday Christmas season now. Good morning. Thank you for joining me. I actually got up. I had everything prepared for the most part and cleaned up so that I could say hello to you face to face. Wish I could see y'all's faces. Good morning, Debbie. Yes, we had a nice Thanksgiving holiday. Pretty quiet. Just hung around at home, did some work. I worked on my scrapbooking and my makeup businesses. Unfortunately, Jeff had to work on his truck. He's having some issues with one of the tires, I believe. So, and it's not going very well, unfortunately. So, poor guy spent a lot of his vacation, his holiday, dealing with that. So, all right. Let's see here. Oh, I have some things to share with you if I can find them. Okay. I have, after I did my live on Saturday, if you didn't see my Saturday live, it was revealing all the products. I did an unboxing of my January through April 2025 mini catalog, online exclusives, and the celebration products that I got. And so you can go back to my YouTube channel and watch that. But after I did my live, I went and checked the mail and I got my catalogs. Now I can show you the cover of the catalogs, but I can't show you the inside of them. So that's just a Stampin' Up policy. However, I am allowed to share the actual products with you, which I did on Saturday. So I'll be getting into those and starting to use those here in the next week or two. As a customer, they will be available starting January 7th. I think that's right, January 7th. And if you're dying to get your hands on them now, you can join my Stamping Up team. I can give you all the details about that. Just email me at passionateaboutscrapbooking@gmail.com. Or if you're on Facebook, you can, or YouTube, you can leave a comment that you'd like more information, and I'll reach out to you after my live. So let's get busy today. I don't think we have any particular specials going on right now, but I believe starting tomorrow, we have some brand new DSP packs that are going live. We'll have two, maybe three kits going live. That may not be till 2025. I can't remember, but I know we'll have at least two brand new kits going live tomorrow, and I think one of them is a perpetual calendar for the new year for 2025. So I'm excited to get that and play with that. Then I can't think of anything else at the moment. Oh, I'll tell you all about my new scrapbook workshop that I'm in the process of doing while we're creating today. So let me switch my camera over to my desk. So great to see y'all. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for being here. Let me change my screen here so I can see my desktop really well. Thank you so much, Petra. Such a pretty name. Thank you for putting your name in there. I don't know if it has been, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't originally, but I might be wrong. All right, so I am super excited about this collection of products. I've used them a little bit, a month or so ago. Let me see if I can share with you what I created. What I did a few months ago is I featured the Humble Home stamp set, and so it was this punch along with the stamp set that coordinated with it. But I used the Snowy Scenes paper. So this is what I created probably over 2 months ago. I'm not sure. So we're going to be using some of the same papers, some different ones from the collection, the pom pom ribbon. I just love this. There are, I don't know if you can see them, but those snowflakes, they're sold out, unfortunately. And I don't think they're coming back, is my understanding. So I have some in here. I wasn't planning on using them though today since you can't get them. But I am using that awesome pom pom ribbon, and everything else on my desk that I'll be using today is still available. So we'll be using today the Snowy Wonder stamp set. Look how darling and cute that is. I had lots of fun, if you can see, stamping and die cutting. And my die cuts are inside here. So this is how I like to, you can see that some of them popped off. I like to store them on a magnetic sheet. It is adhesive backed, so I put it on the inside cover of my stamp set, so it's all here together. Now, not all the stamps are here because I have a couple on blocks to use, but I did use quite a few of these in my project today, and I've already pre-stamped and die cut because it took a while to do that. So we'll be using that. And then we're also using, this is part of the Scrapbook release that came out in September, Snowy Day stamp set. So it's got some great bigger sentiments and titles for scrapbooking. So I did do a few of those. I have those prepared as well. I was trying to remember what direction I went in. And then I also grabbed my perennial postage dies so that these are going to be like my photo mats and pieces for some of my sentiments over here. Okay, so those were a fun addition. Now, I did decide when I started creating last night, I am going to make a I wanted to say 3 page. It's a 6 page scrapbook workshop. So 3 2 page layouts, 12 by 12. So you'll get 3 of these layouts designed specifically by me. I'm still in the process of creating them, but I will have details up later today or tomorrow about my scrapbook workshop. And there's different options. You can buy just the tutorial, you can place an order to get the tutorial for free, and you can also place a qualifying order to get a pre-cut kit of all 3 of the scrapbook layouts. So details will be coming shortly about that. If you want in on those details, be sure to check the description of this video and find my email sign up list and sign up for my email, because I'll be sending all those details out first to my subscribers. And let's get started because I have a lot already prepared. So there's that darling ribbon. Oh my gosh, you'll have to get this. This is so cool. And I think I even did it on that page where I cut it down in half. So I was able to use just part of it. Let me see if I did it on this. It may have been a card. I think it was a card or something that I did that on. I don't remember now. I'll have to go back, but lots of fun things you can do with this. So I've already pre-cut, I think what I'm going to use on my page. I have my twist. tweezers here. I'm going to kind of stick those in there. We're going to do some sponging. I've got most of my photos done. I have a couple to cut still. And then you can see all the goodies in there that I'll share with you as we create. Then stamp sets or stamp pads. This is the only one I have of the Poppy Parade. Thank goodness I got that in my last paper pumpkin kit. So I've got to get a big regular stamp pad eventually. And then I've got Pool Party, Early Espresso, and Garden Green. So I'll set those aside and we'll get busy and I'll show you what I've already got prepared. I'll move this over here. We'll kind of get situated. I think we'll try anyways. If you're joining me, please say hello. Let me know where you're viewing from. How's your weather where you're at? I know we have people now because Stampin' Up is all over the world, which is so cool. So your weather may be totally opposite of what ours is right now. We've got a pretty nice day today here in the Texas Hill Country. It's clear skies and it was cold this morning, but I think it's going to be up in the 60s. I haven't even looked for sure. Debbie might can tell us. But okay, I think I'm just going to set that over here. So here's a couple of photos that I still need to cut down. So let me go ahead and just do that and get that out of the way real quick. So you can already see that I have my scrapbook bases. Well, they're tacked down. They're not completely done. But let me share with you the other photos that I have in here real quick. So I didn't even realize this, but back in 2021, January 10th to be specific. Look, I got a cool photo. We had snow, for West Texas, y'all. It was a decent amount of snow, which is highly unusual around here, especially as far south as we are in Fredericksburg, Texas. But enough that Bevan was able to make a little bitty snowman. And I think she did most of this just off the table that was outside. So there's a close up of him. And he probably had a name, but I may have to look at my um, Facebook to see if she named it or not, if I posted anything about it. This is Lexi. This is Jeff's youngest daughter. And this was her birthday, January 10th. It was on her birthday that it snowed. So I got some fun pictures of Bevan and Lexi out in the snow. Along with that, I wrote that out on the trampoline. I think that's before it got blown away. Like a month later, y'all, a month later, we had the horrible snowmageddon storm here in Texas. Like over a week long ice storm. It was crazy. Worst thing I've ever experienced. All right, in weather-wise, I guess. So let me cut these down. I have to remember what size I actually ended up with. I think they were, don't want to go that far down. I may have to cut a little bit more off because these were tiny. I was trying to fit them into this size of the not perpetual, perennial, whatever dies they are, perennial postage dies. So let me trim this down real quick. And then I'll see if I need to do any more trimming. Can't remember. I think I have to go a little bit smaller. Yeah. So let me get I have a mini ruler here. So 2.5 long and about 1 3/4. So probably cut off like more of her legs. Did I say 2.5? Let me double check. Yep, before I cut it. Okay, so I'm just going to cut. That way you can still see a little bit of her pajamas. I wanted that to be in there. So it's going to fit just right in there. I'm going to go ahead and adhere it. So I think her pajamas have sloths on them, which is perfect. And I have one more here. I got a picture of the front porch that I wanted to include. So y'all should maybe check out my Instagram stories. I posted that my printer is 40% off right now. All right, so I'm gonna cut maybe a little bit off each side right here to get down to 2.5. So for the Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale, I guess, think I need to maybe trim it a little, maybe not. I guess that'll work. Okay, so there are all my photos. I just want to do a little bit of like sponging and stamping on the white portions of my page that are showing. All right, there's that. Hey, see. Good morning, Laura. Donna, thank you. I'm gonna have to make a note and remember it's Donna. Hi. See, I knew Debbie would know. Debbie lives here in Fredericksburg, Texas with me. So I am making a quick little note. It's Donna from Ohio with cupcakes, and that way I can remember. And then it may take me once or twice to look it up, but I'm gonna post it here. Ooh, 26 degrees in Ohio, right? Is that where you said you were from? Yep, Ohio. Brr. That's about what it was. I think it felt colder, but I think the temperatures were around there when we had our snowmageddon. And that is cold here for the central southish part of Texas. All right, let me put these aside, clean up my mess here. Just stick those in my little tray, and I'm going to show y'all what we got going on here. I'm going to move these because of the lighting. So I've got 12 by 12 sheets of white willow cardstock, and I cut 5.25-inch strips for both sides of the pattern paper, which happens to be the back side of this one right here. So the reason for the 5.5 is because I cut out of one sheet, I cut these strips. Don't know, let me look. I'm pretty sure I probably have another one I'm going to just show y'all. Let me go through my stash real quick and see if I have some, and maybe not. Oh, here it is. So I kind of want to show you what I did. All right, so there's that snow globe. This is the smaller snow globe pattern. And then there was the back side. So I went through a 12 by 12 sheet and I cut out the ones that end kind of cut off right here. So I think these two right here. So I have a strip right here in my scraps. And then I think the other half, yeah, right there. That shows you. So you flip it over. That right there makes a full 12-inch sheet. And so I cut those pieces out for here. Then I had that piece left over, and then I used the second sheet to get this one out. So that's how that came about. And I think I pretty much decided I'm not going to use these pieces. I'm going to put the ribbon down right there instead. That's how I'm going to incorporate the ribbon, I think. So I'm going to set those aside. So there's those strips, and I just tacked them onto, I think, a 2.5-inch strip of the two-toned garden green cardstock. So when the scrapbooking products were unveiled in September, we got scrapbook workshop kits along with coordinating paper pack kits that had like there was four garden green, two poppy parade, I think two um pool party, two petal pink, two, I think, early espresso, and maybe two white inside that paper packet, something to that effect. So you can buy the paper packet. Right now, what's available is you can buy the paper packet with the sticker sheet. I am using the sticker sheet some today. Let me grab it and I'll show you what I have. I think I already pulled off what I needed or cut out what I needed, but you get a sticker sheet that has some really cool embellishments on it. So we're going to use a few of those today, but originally you could get the DSP separate, I think. No, I'm not sure. I don't think you can get the sticker sheet by itself. I think you have to get it with the paper packet, and that is still available. So but remember, if you want to place a qualifying order, I will pre-cut all of this for you. This page is going to be included, and then I'm going to have two more two-page layouts. So a total of 6 individual pages for the scrapbook workshop. Details are coming in my email, so be sure you're signed up for my email. Okay, so I need to layer these down because I just tacked them down as I was kind of building my page, deciding what I wanted to do. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down. You can see I used that piece right there as to punch out. So if you have any cardstock you're using that you're going to be covering completely up, use it creatively with your dies and punches. All right, so we're going to just tack that down. So borders on both sides. Again, and even this I didn't completely tack down, so I'm gonna get it secured. So I know this is the route that I'm going now. And you just do want to be careful that I could have done it this way, but see, so no one will ever know once I get it down on my page. So let's go ahead. I was thinking last night when I went to bed, I was like, how am I going to do that ribbon? So I think I'm going to have not have ribbon underneath. I'm going to go ahead and put this down at the 1-inch mark. So if you're hearing anything in the background, I don't know if you can with my AirPods in, but we still have 3 kittens left, plus Pumpkin and Noelle, and have been rambunctious today. Thankfully, they haven't been over here on my desk yet, but maybe they're going to be settling down because they've been pretty active this morning. All right, so then we'll put this over here. So I shared on Saturday that my goal for 2025 is to create a monthly workshop, scrapbook workshop, and I've kind of been trying different things since I started Stamping Up, and I'm going to get back to the scrapbooking workshops because I really enjoy doing those, and they'll come complete with a workshop guide that has cutting diagrams. It's very thorough. It'll be similar if you're familiar with have seen the Stamping Up scrapbooking workshops or Close to My Hearts. The workshop guide will be similar to that because I was doing workshop guides for Close to My Heart the last 2 years I was with them. They were open. So I know how to do all that. Not my very favorite thing to do, but I do know how to do it. All right, who else is with us? I see a few, up to like a dozen people on, so that's cool. Would love to know who all who's watching. Okay, super simple. Now I want to decorate this part right up here a little bit. Now you could have done this. We could do this prior to putting down this paper, but I might be doing it a little bit backwards. All right, so we need our blending brush along with, okay, I've got my some of my stamps that I wanted to use already. So I've got a big and small snowflake along with the little snow, I guess it's snowflakes too, but they're just little dots that I'll probably use these after I get my photos laid down. And I also need to grab out these pieces right here of glimmer paper. Okay, those are part of my snow globes. So I cut these out using these pieces right here. So I did one of those along with two of these. So it'll look like there's actually snow and it brought some of that shimmer, glimmer paper in. And we're going to protect our work surface here. I'm going to bring in another Versamat along with my silicone mat, kind of get all the fuzz off of it. And we're going to do a little bit of inking around these using the Pool Party to help. This is going to help these kind of pop off the page a little bit and just give some interest. So I'm just going to, did you know you could color your white glimmer paper? I could actually take this and cover the whole thing and do any color I wanted to do using my classic Stampin' pads. I want to leave a little bit of white. I can hear one of the cats making noise. So I don't want to go too far in. So we're going to leave a little bit of white. I know it's hard to see, but you can kind of see the blue on there. All right, and I'm going to set that aside like over here so you can kind of see how it's going to blend in and coordinate and kind of give it that snowy globe look atmosphere. So Pool Party is one of the featured colors. All right, just make it super soft, fun technique. Now these pieces will be cut for you in the scrapbook workshop if you purchase the qualifying order or make a qualifying order, and I pre-cut all of this for you. But you'll have to do like the inking and the stamping, so you will have to do some of the die cutting. So you will have to have the bundle along with the um, if you want to do the same titles, the Snowy Day stamp set. All right, so there's that. I'm thinking, looking, making sure. I don't think there's anything else I want to do that to. I'm just hearing things in the background, wondering, oh my goodness, what are those kittens getting into? And now we're going to do a little bit of sponging. So I know my photos, at least I think I know. Let me grab them. Let me kind of lay some things out here so I know exactly where I want. Um, Originally, I had them up here, up a little bit higher. And I was thinking about doing snow globe down here with the title up here. Then I got to thinking, either in my sleep or while I was going to bed, I don't remember exactly, maybe bringing down this a little bit further and then doing it up here. If I do it, I could probably get a snow globe right up here. Let me just lay this out. Let's just lay it out so we kind of know what it's going to look like. I originally had these up a little bit higher as well. So I'm trying to determine where I want to do my sponging. So let's lay some of this out. So maybe I'll do them both a little bit lower. These were kind of be like right in here. Maybe flip those around. And then I have, I think, a globe I wanted to do right around in here somewhere. So I may have to push that off a little bit. And then doing one up here somewhere. So let me get my pieces. Now these I cut out of some pattern paper too. There was a big piece of the globe paper. Here's some, let me show you. So this paper is a full sheet of the bigger globes, and there is a die for this, so I just cut out a couple of these using the die. I think I was going to put this one up here and this one over here maybe. And I had a red one, and yeah, I think I'm going to put it down here. So I didn't want to do red up here because the red matte. And then title wise, let me grab those pieces out. So I think I'm gonna like that. All right, so I used Chat GPT, y'all. It is so awesome for our crafting, our scrapbooking. One, if you're a demonstrator, you can create yourself a content calendar for the week or for the month or for the year. You just, if you want some help with that, reach out to me and I'll share some information about that. But then you can also create scrapbook titles. And so I just told it to create me some scrapbook titles using the words that were in the stamp sets along. I don't know if I mentioned this one particular, but I listed off all of these words right here, along with what was in the sticker sheet, like Snow Much Fun, Explore, Memories, and it gave me 20 options of different type of titles. So you can see there's Snow Much Fun. So there's that one right there. That was super easy because but I chose to use part of the together from this one right here, Better Together. That's one stamp, but I just did the together. I heat embossed it in white onto the garden green. So I'm going to make this my title, Snow Much Fun Together. So something like that. And then, yeah, and then I just used the other image from here, Unforgettable Memories, because I wanted to tuck this over here somewhere, maybe like up under that right there. Then the other one is just a stamp. So I could have gone in so many different directions with this, and this is going to help me with my other two scrapbook layouts that I'll be creating for my workshop. And then this was part of the actual Snowy Wonder um, stamp right there. So I'll incorporate that probably, I don't know, either down here or over here so that I have some green kind of going a little bit of a triangle right here. All right. So, and I still don't know exactly where I'm going to put my journaling. This is a sticker, actually. I trimmed it down a little bit. I took some of the lines off. So it may end up like going over here somewhere. I haven't fully decided where I wanted to do my journaling. So I haven't done it yet. And then here are all my pieces that are going to go into the snow globes. And then we'll have to do that too. So let's put that aside. All right. So I think this is how I'm going to set it up. So my title's up in that upper right-hand corner, kind of like it traditionally is. And then I can kind of go down here and then up here. So this kind of makes your eye look down this way and then go up to that way. So I just need to put some snowflakes and um, I still want my silicone mat because I want to sponge off a little bit. So we'll just do this part right here. So I'll kind of move these out of the way. So I'm going to do like something right here. I'm going to do a little bit of sponging, like coming out from behind that photo. I'm doing it very lightly to start off with. It's going to be fairly subtle, but then we'll have some stamping. Okay. I don't know that y'all can just barely see that in, there's a little bit more on here than what y'all can see because of the lighting. All right. I'm just going to do it kind of like that. I think I'll do that kind of just on both sides here. So move this out of the way and just add a little bit of color right back in here. May go down to this area. And then just add as much. Said I don't want it really dark. I just want it soft. All right, that's good because most of this other area is going to be filled. Now I, I'm thinking I'm going to want to stamp off. Let me grab some scrap paper. I'll just lay it on here because this is going to be fairly dark. Yeah, I don't really want it that dark. So I want to stamp off once, maybe even just a little bit lighter. Let's do it up in here. Primarily going to be, and you want to remember to kind of rotate your stamp. Most of this is all going to be covered up, so I just need a little bit up in here. Let's do the same with I'm trying to decide if I want to I think I will do this in full strength. And I'm sure it'll kind of lighten up and then maybe how about a couple stamped off. I have some glitter snowflakes that I can put in here as well. And I don't think I'm going to do that until I think I'm going to do those around some specific areas. Let's do this side too real quick while we're at it. So stamp off, maybe stamp off the edge a little bit. And I'm guessing maybe one right up in here. Okay, I think that's good. And then we'll do that mini one, just do something similar. Not 100% what's all going to show. And do a couple, let's stamp off the page. Think mostly that's going to be covered up. All right, so there gives us, kind of looks funky on the screen right now, but it's going to be pretty once we get everything put down and in place. All right, so next I've got to put down my ribbon. Okay, so I wanted it just to go along the border, but of course we don't want it to go over top of that. So let me grab, I ordered some fancy scissors that better only get used for fabric. I'm hiding them from everybody else. So, all right, so I'm going to use some tear and tape, and I'm going to put the tear and tape on the back. So kind of look like, to me, this is the back side. The pom-poms show a little bit more on the front there. I'm just going to run this all the way down this piece. There may be a better way to do this, but and this will give it a little bit more sturdiness. And then I can cut it a little bit easier because I got to stop it right there. So we'll have about a 2.5 inch piece that I won't need. I'll save for another project or somewhere else. Okay, so I'm going to cut it before I want it cut, I think. I'm going to cut it right there at those pom-poms. Let me see if I can grab them. So I want them right there, I believe. Okay, so that should go over top of that. Yep, I think that's going to work just fine. And we can just layer that down now. And I guess I'm going to put it right down the center of that seam. And you could have actually just lined it up right here and then trimmed it off over there, which is what I'm going to do over here. That'll make it so much easier. It's always funny but I don't need all of that, so I'm going to trim it off about right there. So this piece I can just put in my stash to use on something else maybe. Sometimes in the moment, you don't think of exactly what you need to do. Okay, so from there, now I can just trim it. Looks like I'm going to go right through some pom-poms. There we go. And then that piece will just get. All right, so then you don't have anything bulky underneath here, and you're not going right over top of it. Okay, and then from here, we'll come back over here and do that one in a minute. But let's build up this page. So you can kind of see, yeah, I'm pretty sure I want Bevan here, and we're going to have to pop that up. So I'm going to use some of my foam tape from my Amazon store and get those pieces. So I don't think I want the tape right there. I think I'm going to try and decide. I think I'm going to center them. So we'll do tape right up to maybe there. And that pom-pom ribbon will actually hold. I'm not supposed to be using those for anything but see, I'm gonna mess them up, probably. All right, and then we'll just kind of do it like this. And it'll hold it up good right there. All right. So hey Elise, how are you? Good morning, Deborah. Let's see. I don't think I got them all off. All right, so we'll adhere. I'm just kind of eyeballing. I'm going to come down a little bit more, probably about 3/4 of an inch at 5 3/4 about. I'm just barely laying it on there so I don't mess it up, or in case I have to lift it up. Okay, now this one can just go all the way down. Now, I like using this type of foam tape in my scrapbooking because I could easily use a whole sheet of Stampin' Dimensionals on one scrapbook page, and I don't want to do that. So these were some odd sized shape photos because I'm using these perennial postage dies as my mats. So you just have to, I can give measurements for them, which I'll probably do in my guide. Now this one, I want over here somewhere. I have to decide if I want it. I think I want it up here. I don't think I want it to cover any of this. So we're just gonna put it right there. And I've got to pop it up too because that other photo is popped up, and I'm gonna overlap it a little bit, but I think I only need just one piece right there. And then we'll just kind of put it at an angle like that. Now, normally I think I would probably do odd number of photos. I end up with 6 total photos, which is fine. We've got an odd number on each page, so I think that'll work fine. Okay, so let's build up our little title over here. So I think trying to decide if I want this to go, I think I want it to go over it like that. And I think we're just going to put it right up there in the corner, right about there. And then our title will go off of it right there. So we can do some, I'm just going to keep using my foam tape. I need to look. I thought I ordered more of this, but I'm not sure that I ever got it in. And maybe I did, and I just stuck it in my drawer. I need to look and see. I can't remember. But I do have a Amazon store that quite a few of my items in there are on sale, marked down because of the Black Friday special. Okay, so probably about right there. See if I'm getting it straight, because I don't want it to cover up her head. And then I'm just going to do, I'll put it a little bit further down toward the bottom of that piece so I can go over the top just a smidge. Okay, I think that's good. I'm trying to see if I got it lined up. I think I need it over that way just a little bit more. I think that's fine. Okay. And now before I put my title down, let's build up our little snow globe. So let me see if I can remember. It doesn't really matter too much about what I wanted to put over here. I did have this that I thought I might sneak in here somewhere. This is a sticker, so we'll see. I'm going to leave it there. And I have a little one here too that might end up. Now I took the sticky off the back so I could maneuver them, play around with them a little bit. Um, Here are those little snowflakes that I did 5 for each page, so I'm going to put those around too out of the glimmer paper. Kind of figured I would keep them right up in here. So there should be 5. I'll figure out where those go. All right, so I stamped the little penguins, okay, using the stamp here, die cut them out, and then I cut out one of the little pieces off of one of the small, actually, I guess that was the bigger one. You can see I cut a hat off here, and then, so I just trimmed that out. Now I could have cut him out like that, I think, with the die, but I wanted to do some stamping, so I wanted to use my stamps. But let me, here he is. I think this one will cut out the paper, so you could cut him out if you wanted to. Like I said, I wanted to incorporate some stamping along with paper piecing and stuff like that. So there it is. So I'm gonna adhere that to him. And I guess I need to get I need to get my pumpkin pie Stampin' Blend out. I do have that. So I need to color his little feet and beak. All right, so probably up about right there. Up above his shoulders, I guess. Let me grab my pumpkin pie and I'll just color in his nose and his feet. And then I might even, hey, I'm getting fancy now, I guess. And I think I'm gonna do, I stamped this in early espresso. I'm just gonna make it like there's some light on the inside. So color in the windows. And then I think I saw someone's card sample that the door was red. What do y'all think? Okay, I'm gonna keep those so I know what I used. I don't have Poppy Parade ink, so I might hold off on that for just a second. So I think I'm gonna have him in the background. I wanted a few trees. I think I wanted to do something maybe like that. Let me figure out what I'm going to do on the others before I commit. So I've got penguin, got another one of those big stickers. There's another penguin. I'm going to put a penguin in each one. And then I've got some different trees. I cut out this tree. I think I was going to put it in the background of that one. And then there's some trees that are stamped like this. I think this is going to go over here. I did one of each. If you could tell, I did one full strength first generation and the other one second generation. So I think I was going to do first and second of each different tree somewhere over here around there like that. I also have this, since this one was bigger, I needed a little extra stuff. So I did some, there should be there it is. mountains that'll go in the background. I have a little present. I'm off camera, sorry. I have a little present that I was going to put in one of these. I think I'll put it up here just to bring in some of that um, pool party. I have a little hat here that I cut out, so paper pieced, so we can stick it on this one over here. This is a stamp, like kind of like the snowman hat, but I'm gonna put it on him. There's that extra scrap here. Let me get these other snowflakes out. These will go around over here somewhere when we get this page put together. And then I cut a bunch of these little snowflake pieces to put actually on the um, in the snow globes. So they'll go on here somewhere. But I did 3 each of those. So there is lots of die cutting, which remember I will do for you when you place your qualifying order. Again, details of all that will be in my, let's just say it'll be in my newsletter tomorrow. It's when I usually try to send out an email is on Tuesdays. Oh, and Debbie, if you're still here, I'll be emailing you today, you and any of my other Paper Pumpkin subscribers. I'll be emailing, that's going to go there. That's going to go somewhere. All right. Have a few extra little pieces here, but, and then my journaling. I don't know if I'll use this for my journaling or if I'll do strips somewhere. I'll figure that out here in a little bit. Oh, and might as well, well, we'll come back and color those in a minute. I'm all over the place right now, apparently. So, Paper Pumpkin subscribers will be getting an email for the PDF of the 12 alternative projects for the November kit that we just got. So, that's all ready to go. It'll go in the email today, later this afternoon. So, I'm excited to share sneak peeks I can share with everybody. I already shared some on my Facebook page, but I have to decide where and if I want to use that. Maybe it'll go somewhere over here instead. Okay, so let's get these pieces down. Now, I'm not 100% sure how this is going to adhere. I'm going to use my liquid glue and hope that works well. And if anybody's watching and is familiar, I'm going to put it up here a little bit higher, kind of, so it kind of looks like it's back in the background. So if that doesn't work, I may be using maybe like glue dots, but I'm assuming that it'll work once it's dry. And I'll put those around. We'll see how many pieces I lose. They're so tiny. Because I think I want him like right about here. So I'm not going to worry about the door, I guess. Um, or maybe I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to use some pecan pie. Since it is a log cabin, let's just color that part in because it looks kind of funny with just white. Okay, we'll just leave it as that. And I think I'm going to put him up with a with some tape. So just a little piece. And then I can tuck those trees. They're actually going to be up at the front, I think, kind of Kind of covering the house just a tiny bit. Where'd the other little tree go? Maybe. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, I'm just going to glue these on there just like that. And then we'll see about the, don't want to cover up too much of the house, but this kind of makes it look like it's back there in the woods. Now, I'm looking for my tweezers. See if I can tuck that up in here. Oops, I can hold it properly. Down a little bit lower. And I'm gonna just glue that right on top of there. So we just got a big Christmas present. And then we need to adhere, let me see this right here. Looks like it has some on it. And these were just cut, I cut these so that it'd be the light side. Showing, I guess you could flip them over if you wanted to show the dark part, the full pool party. I'm gonna let it go over the house just a little bit right there. And I'm gonna have to have a little bit more than that probably. And then we'll just go up here. So just kind of in a triangle formation. All right, it's so cute. Okay, y'all have to, I'm gonna bring it up so y'all can see it good. How cute is that? So if you've done any Googling or Pinterest on any of these products, you'll see so many fun ideas. And then I think maybe I'll just barely have it touching. I don't think I want it to go under. I don't know. Maybe I'll have it come out from underneath. And then just something similar to that, I think. Before I decide, I want to decide on, yeah, I think I'll put this down here because that'll help draw the eye down a little bit more. And then maybe I won't do this one. Maybe I'll do this up here somewhere. We'll see. All right, so I'm going to put this down with some foam tape. So I just want enough right here because it's got to go over top of that ribbon. So I'll leave some space right there. Think that will work. I think I'm going to just let that overlap that globe just a tiny bit. I don't know if I want let me see how low I want this to go. I want it up high or a little bit lower. I'm gonna probably not that low. Well, let me see. Okay, I think I will do it kind of like that. Let me see if I'm getting it straight, I think. And then this can overlap a little bit right here and connect all of that. Maybe I think I'll put it over, yeah, I guess just right about there. All right, so I'm just going to take some foam tape and put it toward the top of that piece. And I did this before I started. I did the together, I heat bossed that in white. All right, so I think I'm trying to decide if I think I want it about like right there. That'll work. And then kind of seeing how far I want this tucked in here. think I'll just tuck it right down in there. And I'm just going to put a little bit of foam tape right on one corner or right edge, kind of like that. I think is will be plenty. Hopefully that'll. Okay. And then we are just going to put a few of these snowflakes around. Where's this one? Let me see what I want to do with this one. And I kind of have to move it around to see. I think I am going to tuck it like right up in here. Okay, that's what I'm going to do with this one. Just going to put a little bit of glue right there and tuck it up under there. Kind of at an angle. All right, so it'll kind of go like this. All right, now let's do a few of these, and this is just what's going to add a little bit more of, I guess, put the glue on the outside there. So I think I'll add these to some of the clusters. This one's going to go like right under there. Because there was some stamping right there. Most of it was covered up. Oh, that was too much. And then up in this area. Okay, we're gonna put it right down there. And I might have another one come further down. Since I did 5 for each side of the page. Just trying to hold it down so that it, and maybe like right in here. So it does kind of look like it's falling. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do it like right in here. Really only needed glue. Okay. So I'm pretty happy with the way that looks. Now I am missing, I'm not going to use any. I am missing, and that's why I'm missing some, like some dots or something. But that, the glitter is what kind of helps it all bring in the sparkle, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's get our photos. Push all this out of the way a little bit and get our photos down. Now it looks like I'm about 9 1/4 or right in between, maybe 9 1/8. So I'm going to try to put this one down about the same place, but on this side. So let's just put some foam tape down. All right, so we're moving along pretty well. Just have to get this one put together and we will be done, except for my journaling that I'll have to do off camera. I used to scrapbook years ago. Love these. Enjoy your designs. On my list to get back to scrapbooking. I'm so glad to hear that. I have been passionate about scrapbooking for years and years and years. That's what I started doing back in, oh, it was early, it's around 1997. And okay, let me see. How far do I want to come over? I want to come over a little bit further with these, I think. All right, so I'm looking to just trying to make sure I get a that doesn't look right. Soon as it touches, it sticks. But maybe that's okay. Just didn't look straight, but I think it is straight. Okay. Anyhow, I came across a scrapbook magazine in a Joann's. I was actually, I think, in the store to get cross stitch products because I was big into cross stitch at the time. I think I'm going to do those just about like that. Maybe I'm trying to decide if I want to do them up high. I feel like they need to be centered. I'm not sure. Let me decide on this real quick because I really didn't. I wanted this maybe to go like overlap right there. This may be where I'm going to have to switch these photos out. So I do have the January up there. I think that'll work better. Okay, I think I'll do that. Anyhow, I came across a Creating Keepsakes magazine in 97, and at the checkout, as I was buying my cross stitch supplies, I bought the magazine. On the back cover of the magazine was an advertisement for dots, scrapbook paper, and there were some cute images of stamps. I didn't really even know. I didn't get that on there that great. Did I put it on with the? Give me a second, and I'm gonna try to fix this. Um, Never stamped before. Just the photos and the paper, I think, is primarily what caught my eye. Don't get me wrong, the designs were super cute back then. So different than what we're used to doing now. But I fell in love. I went on AOL and searched up a demonstrator, found one in the town I was from, about 20 minutes away, went to one of her workshops, and oops, I'm going to center them kind of like that. Learned how to heat emboss, and I almost caught the paper on fire because I didn't know what I was doing. It's funny, but fell in love with close to my heart. It was dots at the time, and they changed their name shortly thereafter to close to my heart. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to put this down first because then I know where it will go. And not long, well, about a year after I learned about Close to My Heart, my demonstrator got moved to Hawaii. Her husband was in the military, and put it right about there. Is that good? Yeah. And I was freaked out a little bit like, oh, how am I going to get my products? And, not really understanding that I could order them. Back then, we had to send our orders in by mail. I think it was not very long after that we started doing them online, but I freaked out a little bit, scared I wouldn't be able to get some products, even though I really hadn't bought a whole lot because, it was not something I was used to purchasing. And money was tight, I guess. I had two little ones at home and decided that I would join as a demonstrator. And I'm going to build this up first. So I joined as a demonstrator to get the products delivered to my front door, to my doorsteps, and then I had to figure out how am I going to pay for the products that I want. So then I started doing gatherings or workshops at my um, where I worked at the time at an insurance company, kind of trying to figure out. I think I'm going to do it just about like that. Maybe these will go up a little bit higher. And that's how I started my close to my heart business. So I did it to pay for my products that I wanted. Oh, yes, I do have to put ribbon on the other side, Debbie. Thank you. But I think I can make it work. I forgot. I was too busy talking. What did I do with? Oh, there it is. There's my ribbon. Okay, because I can just do it here, here, and here. But thanks for reminding me. But this will be a good opportunity to show you, like, yeah, when you mess up like that, there's usually a way around it, a way to fix it, or a way to still make it work. All right, so let me position these. I think I'm going to do that in the front. I'm going to do it about like that. So I just picked some images that, to help fill out the snow globes, but to make them all look a little bit different was my goal. So when I'm done with this, I'll do my ribbon. I'm glad I looked at the comments. I don't know if I would have realized I didn't put the ribbon down. I mean, I'm gonna pop him up too. At least I know Debbie's paying attention. Guess someone needs to keep me in line. Oh, okay. Thanks, Elise. A red door in certain cultures is considered good fortune, luck. I did not know that. My house in Cristoval, I had a red door just because I loved the color red. Still do, but I had all my trim red, like a cranberry red, and miss it. Let me see. I guess I'll stick it right there, kind of like right in the center. Oh, and this is where I think I might put that because it'll come down here, and then I'll have this one maybe like right there. Maybe down about right there, and it's not touching. I like that. Okay, the red hat. I think I'm just going to glue him on right the trim of the rim of the hat, and just kind of put it at an angle. I just thought that would be something kind of fun and cute and bring in a little bit of the red. So each one has red on him. I was going to say, is my finger stuck? So I'm going to go ahead and tack that down just with a little bit of foam tape. All right, so right about there, I think. Let's see if I can get it straight. Okay. And I've got this, not sure yet where I'll put that. I'm gonna put it right there, so hopefully I will see it. All right, and I think all I have left to put in here are, I'm gonna overlap one on a tree. I'm gonna see if I can find them. They're like blending in. I feel like I'm missing one. Y'all might see it and I can't, I'm not sure. But I have some extras in my Oops, can't get it stuck to my finger instead of the glimmer. Can't remember the name of it. Glimmer paper. All right. I don't see the other one. I don't know if I knocked it off in the floor or if it's hiding under something, but we'll see in a minute. Let's see. Yeah, I think this one needs to be on here somewhere. Maybe it'll do, maybe something like that. I'm not putting it down yet because I'm not sure. All right, so let's go ahead and get these, and then I'll do my trim that I missed. All right. So what else? Let me see. Let me kind of lay these out where I think I want them to go. I don't know if I want it up or below. That one I think I'm going to have coming out from under there. Okay, so I think we're going to do it like that. And again, I'm just kind of putting them in with those stamped clusters I made. A certain number that you have to add, but I just chose to do 5 on each page. And we'll tuck that one down under there. There we go. I'm going to do this one just coming out like that a little bit. All righty. There we go. And trim. Let's do our trim. I have, where's that little piece I have? I have a little piece here already, but I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm just going to go ahead and put this all the way down the back. I'll just make it easy. And then I'll have some trim for a card or another one of my layouts I'm going to do. So once I sat down last night and started working on this, I got all excited, like, oh my gosh, just coordinating the papers I wanted to go together. And I was like, okay, I can make 3 layouts. Not last night, but all right. So let's do, okay, I'm going to do what I suggested earlier. I'm going to cut that, how about right there? And we'll stick it there, and then I'll trim off. Now this one, we can tuck up under there a little bit. Oh, there it is, look. Okay, so this one's going to go over here. I'm going to have to remember to glue that down here in a second. So let me do a little piece about, only needs to be about that long, I think. And then this one I can just use right there. Okay. Whew, I'm glad that worked out. It's getting that foam tape up doesn't work too well. I don't know how far. I think I'm gonna have to trim off a little bit more. Just get it to tuck up under there. Yep, that'll work. And I'll just line it up right there. Okay. I'll cut that off in 1 second. And then just tuck that under there. And I do have these tacked down a little bit with my temporary glue dots, so let me pull them up so I can turn them so I can cut these straight. I still have, yeah, those two things to, okay, so I'm gonna just go. I love these scissors. They just, see how easy that is to cut? Again, now if I can just keep them from getting used any other way. Those of y'all that are fabric lovers probably know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that it's like a no-no to use your scissors for anything else. Okay, so I think that worked. And let's finish off this last cluster and we will be done. All right, so let me see what I want to do with, do I have anything else? All that stuck. These things, before I forget, I'm going to go ahead and do this one. Okay. These little pieces, I've got to have my tweezers. That noise in the background was our refrigerator and the ice maker. It's not wanting to stick. Okay. We'll see. I may have to come. Being ornery. Okay, put a little bit more glue. Try this again. Right there is where I want you. Okay. And I wonder, turn my light down just a little bit if it helps. I'll see that a little bit better. Okay, now let's figure out. I guess I'm going to put this down here. So I'm just going to adhere it with some seal and tape, poking right about there, I think. Kind of like a little tag or a tab. And then kind of decide how far down do I want it to go to right there. I think so. I'm going to overlap it just a tiny bit right there. I think that's pretty much where I want that. Scissors and okay, so it actually, yeah, right there, because it's going to overlap the photo, which has been popped up. So I'm going to put that down first, about right there. Let it overlap. I have a nice pile over here of um, the backing. I'm going to tuck it under, just barely. There we go. Oh, I did it over here. So I'm wondering if it kind of hides back in here. I think I'm going to do that. Just going to glue it straight down to the page. Tuck it back underneath here. Kind of like that. And then I got to see where I want to put this to. I'm not sure yet. All right, let's finish up. a snow globe and we'll be done. I'm going to put this kind of out to the side on this side. All right, how's everybody doing? I think the glue is going to work once it dries. I think it's working good. All right, so I'm going to stick him. Oops, I didn't color him, but I can still color him. Using pumpkin pie. This is the dark stamping blend. When you buy the stamping blend, you get two. You get a light and a dark. And I haven't decided still on that. Okay, and then I've got I've got his hat I need to put on. And I think these trees are just going to go in the front there. So here's this little hat. Now I just got to figure out how I want it on him. I think it's just going to go right there, right up to his eyeballs. Now in the paper pieced part, his eyes aren't open, his eyes are closed. So there's just two little slits, I think, what I cut off, and then trees. I think I'm just gonna kind of put them like right there. So this one I'll just glue straight down. And this one I'll pop up. So I'll put just a tiny little sliver of, so just a little piece of foam tape. I think that'll be just right. Just right there. That'll work. And we've got our little snow pieces. Okay. And then one over here. Could make these be little stars too, I guess. But I'm just going to put it right up there on the very top. All righty, let's see here. This is the only piece that you kind of, how'd I do that one? I did that one kind of, just kind of moving it around, see where I think I might want it. Could be tucked up. Maybe I'll just do that. I'm just gonna sneak it up under there. So I'm gonna put just a little glue right there. And okay, I'm gonna do it kind of over the top, underneath there, just like that. Ah, my love-hate relationship with the liquid glue. Okay, there we have it. Okay, now I am not even 100% sure where I'm gonna do my journaling, but I'll figure it out. It could go right here, real tiny. I could go over top of here, possibly, though. I mean, we see all of this, so maybe I'll do a little bit over top of it. If I do, probably over in here. So maybe that's probably because I don't really want to cover up this area up here, but yeah, I think since this was Lexi's birthday, January 10th, 2021, I'll probably just do a little journaling spot right in here. I may just do a strip or two around too, Bevan and her snowman or something, and then just put a little line or two that it's her birthday. All right, there you have it, the Snowy Wonder and Snowy Scenes scrapbook layout. This page, along with two more scrapbook layouts, are coming to you ASAP. I'm going to have details in tomorrow's newsletter. So if you haven't joined my newsletter, whether you're a customer or a demonstrator, be sure to do so. There's a link in the description of this video where you can sign up for my newsletter. You'll get a free PDF of a card that I made just recently. I don't know where oh, yes. Actually, I don't know what card it was. I can't remember now which one it was I featured, but you'll get a PDF template for a fun fold card that I recently created when you sign up for my newsletter. And then you'll be able to stay up to date on my scrapbook workshops that I'm going to start doing on a monthly basis. This will be the first one, so this will be for December, and then we'll be using new mini catalog products for the next one in January. I'm super excited about that. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank y'all for joining me. Thank you so much for commenting, liking, share this with your friends if you choose to do so. I would appreciate that. All of that helps the algorithm and finds more people to connect with me or I to connect with others. So, y'all have a great week. I'll see y'all on Wednesday for Story and Sketch, where I'll use this same collection of products to create a fun 8.5 by 11 scrapbook page for my Story and Sketch album. So, take care, and I'll talk to y'all soon. I'm going to go get busy creating some more scrapbook pages. Bye bye.